What is the ecological impact of the Ukrainian and Iranian wars? The ecological consequences of wars are often less visible than the human or political effects, but they can be long-lasting and severe. Both the war in Ukraine and the conflict involving Iran affect ecosystems, pollution levels, and natural resources in different ways. Ecological impact of the Ukraine war. The war following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Industrial pollution. Missile strikes and artillery have hit chemical plants, oil depots, and industrial facilities. Fires at these sites release toxic smoke and heavy metals into the air and soil. Water contamination. Damage to pipelines, factories, and sewage systems has polluted rivers and groundwater. The destruction of the Nova Kakhovka Dam caused massive flooding, spreading fuel, chemicals, and debris across wetlands and farmland. Agricultural damage. Ukraine is one of the world's largest grain producers. Mines, trenches, and shelling have contaminated large areas of farmland with explosives, metal fragments, and chemicals. Wildlife and forests. Fighting in eastern and southern Ukraine has damaged nature reserves and forests. Fires caused by shelling have destroyed habitats for birds, mammals, and insects. Greenhouse emissions. Military operations release large amounts of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases from fuel, fires, and explosions. Ecological impact of the Iran conflict. The war involving Iran, Israel, and the United States carries different but potentially very serious environmental risks. Oil spills and maritime pollution. Much of the conflict is happening near the Strait of Hormuz and the Persian Gulf. Damage to oil tankers or offshore facilities could release large oil spills, which are extremely harmful to marine ecosystems. Air pollution from strikes. Bombing of fuel depots, refineries, and military infrastructure can release toxic smoke, chemicals, and particulate pollution into the atmosphere. Damage to coastal ecosystems. The Persian Gulf contains fragile habitats, including coral reefs, mangroves, and fisheries. Military activity and pollution could damage these ecosystems, which support millions of people's livelihoods. Risk to desalination plants. Many Gulf countries depend on seawater desalination for drinking water. Damage to these plants, or contamination of seawater, could threaten regional water supplies. The broader environmental consequences of modern war. Across both conflicts, several patterns are common. Toxic contamination of soil and water, habitat destruction from fires and explosions, pollution from fuel and industrial damage, long-term land contamination from mines and unexploded ordnance. Environmental recovery can take decades, often long after the fighting ends. The hidden cost. Wars rarely include the environmental damage in their official costs, but ecosystems, agriculture, and natural resources are often among the longest-lasting casualties of conflict. The damage can shape a region's health, economy, and food supply long after the political battles are over.